Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you. As you can tell, spring has returned after our blistering hot 5 days of summer. So yeah, a little bit cooler and absolutely loving it. So thank you for joining me. Using my Golden Tarot, Universal Tarot for this reading, entertainment only. If you hear my boys, let me know. They are around. They have been liking to comment down the microphone recently. So let's see how we go. I'm going to have a look in this reading in regards to the GOP Project 25. Somebody did ask me about that, and I did start to have a reading on that the other day, but it's sort of uh, tangented off into the Heritage Society or the Heritage Foundation. But I'm actually going to go back to the Project 25 today. So what it is, GOP Project 25 is a 900-page so-called formula to take over the government by Conservatives and implement a Conservative president at the next election. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But then basically give presidency, so it's a Conservative one, not if it's a Democratic one, basically full dictatorship power. Um, what will happen then is the president can then basically call all the shots on everything. They're looking at promoting fossil fuels, gutting the renewable energy and environmental protections that are being put in place or are in place. Reduce the independence of oversight committees and departments such as the IRS and the FBI, etc. So basically, their plan is to give the presidency, as long as it's a Republican president, full dictatorship, autocratic control. Now, the way they're doing this is just to try and, start at the grassroots elections. So, school boards, local mayoral candidacies, all those start at the grassroots and work up. Very, very worrying. Just want to have a look. A lot of money behind it, a lot of fast. Oh, I'm going to say fast fading, far right wing uh, uh, organisations like the Heritage Foundation and oh gosh, you know who they all are. The ones that put the particular political judges into SCOTUS. I just really blows my mind. And a card popped out at me there. I'm just trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, it was that flipped up at me. It is literally devil energy card and trying to chain the US to that greed and avarice. What it is, and I've said it again and again, that these far right, my way or the highway dictatorship power grabs are going to become more desperate before they finally fade away because they know that their power is slipping. So they are in that more desperate stage. Don't be scared. If you feel fearful, challenge that energy, yeah, because they are going to end up in retreat in the face of truth. Um, if you feel worried or fearful, channel that energy into helping to educate the youth that are coming through, help other people to vote, promote the importance of these grassroots elections. Yeah, be the moderation, the balance, the rebalancing, both on which will bring about a big stick moment for this particular uh, energy that's behind the scenes. Okay, let's have a look. So the GOP Project 25, how is it going to go going forward? You wanting all these cards. Okay, control. That is basically what they're doing. They are wanting dictatorship, autocratic control through bringing through financial means manipulation that is creating these um, circles of support. Thank you. What they're doing is, are they supporting uh, females who are entranced by what they promise, which is giving a facade of the feminine, is what I'm getting. Okay, right. Let's have a look. The future of the GOP Project 25. I'm just being told channel the energy. Channel the energy. Future of Project 25. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah. Their plan is to restrict. And if you are feeling restricted, um, understand that this restriction is an illusion. The bindings are loose, they can be removed. It's coming back very strongly to the fact of I'm being given the image of my Light Seer's Tarot where the figure is looking in a mirror, and in the mirror she is bound and blindfolded and being attacked by crows, but the figure outside the mirror is free to make choices, to see clearly. But the perception, the facade is restriction. So there may be this, they're giving the illusion that nothing can be done about them, but can be. I did ask the future because there is this emotional walking away from what they are offering. It's not going to be easy. You've got the peaks here, but it is not allowing them through fear to put you in this restricted position. Walk away from the emotional rhetoric that they are spewing, and it is emotional. It's not logical, factual, truthful. Foundation, a crossroads moment where we need to take the blindfold off and look at the options that are being presented. This figure's sitting in front of the swamp, and it is the feminine. It is a female sitting here. The feminine energy. Again, it goes with this blindfolded restriction. This female is blindfolded. She needs to take the blindfold off, realizing that she is not powerless in front of this swamp, and making a choice to go forward. In the past, we have forced to retreat, downfall. This was the Trump loss of the election in the past, because if Trump had won, they would have brought this forward already. But this is the getting more desperate in the face of this loss, and quite a number of losses, because didn't Pennsylvania just elect another Democrat to their state Congress, which has tipped the power of the balance of power literally by one. What is it, 101 to 98 or whatever it is? I don't know what it is now. Literally by one. But it is these ongoing losses that has made them more desperate. And here is this emperor. Control, dictatorship, autocratic, patriarchal control is the energies overseeing this at the moment. Going forth, mercenary actions, financially funded mercenary actions. So I am looking at the future of this GOP project. In the externally, they are offering. Okay, thank you. I just did a big sigh. That was me that sighed. Yeah, what they are offering is a return to the past, and it all looks simple and attractive. They're emotionally offering a return to the past. But for those of us that were not white males in the past, know that the good old days weren't particularly good. But that's perception of what they're offering externally is a return to the good old days, make on an emotional level, making it all look glorious and beautiful and whitewashed, ignoring the progress with those stairs, ignoring the progress that has been made. Okay, internally, it's about entrapment. This is, I very, well, I would probably say I never see this as a celebration card. For me, this is about entrapment within the messaging. And I'm seeing here feminine entrapment within the messaging, females. It is females that are doing this work with the harvest. Hopes and fears. Well, there is a fear that they'll spread international, but this is about a plan. This is a plan that they are bringing forward. It's not come to fruition, but it's the two of wands. It is again crossroads moment where a choice needs to be made in regards to this plan. And they are looking international in regards to the spreading the message. Europe, Australia's not free from that either. What we have here, the truth stabbing through the heart, the outcome, and the cowering. Now, if you look at this figure that's cowering beneath, very similar to this figure here, but so it is the indolent, in control masculine, cowering beneath these swords that are plunged through this heart. So what's the outcome? Men and women, male and female, working together. Another two. So we are at very much a crossroads moment, but it is very much about male and female working together. It's not an us versus them, it's an and. It's the feminine and the men, the men working with the feminine. It's not male and female. It's this new energy. And here we have the inspirational queen, the inspirational feminine energy coming forth with the support. Excuse me. With the support, feminine, the feminine, inspirational, all-seeing legislator with the backing of the masculine truth and moving forward. And then we have the last two. We've got all four twos coming out, which is just warning us that it's not over. Even after this defeat, they're going to be looking at other options, that their secrets are going to be brought to the surface, their seedy underbelly is going to be brought to the surface and exposed, but they're on a long-term path. At the base, we have something completely unexpected coming out of left field that is going to expose their financial, reaping what they have sowed, and it's a disappointing harvest. We've got their circles of support are going to find themselves banished out in the cold. We've got the dark money here, the money behind the scenes, dictating to the those that are doing the work. This is very much about engaging this so-called perception of feminine support, but they're based in moral and ethical corruption, dictating to the troops, giving money to the troops. But we have here the independent female thinking for herself, combined with the, well, I'm going to say Biden administration, DOJ, but just also the emotionally stable masculine energy, bringing forward a new truth, a new beginning. It may be that it's the exposure. Now, I did talk about the Heritage Foundation. This is the exposure of who owes who, what, where, when, the doling out of the money, but the downfall and the rebuilding for the healing coming forward. I could keep going. The cards still keep telling the same sort of story. Yeah, what I'm getting is, yes, they're planned, but don't fall for it. Um, it's very much about channeling that energy to encourage those to vote. They're not going to be successful, is what I'm getting. They're going to be they're going to be exposed. They're not going to be successful, but that is their plan. So channel the energy, encourage the youth to get out and vote. It's not a male versus female, it's a feminine energy versus a dictatorial energy. Um, Stay in the strength, stay in the light. Think about what you want, because we attract what we think about, and do whatever part you can play to progress forward. Okay, thank you for joining me. Love to you all.